Hi, this is my second delivery of my Proyecto Eje for the philosophy class. Now, normally, while the other projects such as the ensayo that we are using would normally present a continuation of the project that we're focusing, just like the last project, which where I talked about justice. This time, because I'm making a video, I need to talk about a different subject with other different philosophical ideas. So today, what I'm going to do is gonna talk about another issue that I've been observing and analyzing from a very long time, and that is the negativity that comes from feminism. Now, admittedly, I can definitely say that I'm not the best person that's qualified to talk about the subject, mostly because I have something different in between my legs, and I understand that. However, I do believe that after watching many of the reactions and the different sides of the issue, I can definitely make an educated guess as to why this is happening. So, what do I mean by negativity because of the feminism? Well, in social media and many different social blades, for example, I've been noticing that because of the actions of some feminists in different actions, such as many of the things that have happened recently in Mexico, such as the Marcha del Día de la Mujer, for example, there have been a lot of people that have been accusing feminists of being very extremist. Now, I know this because I have a lot of friends who have this opinion themselves that that the feminists are being very erratic and basically not good people. Obviously, this is very wrong. A lot of feminists are not that extremist, but because of some of the actions that have basically happened in today's world, we have been shown to basically taint the image of feminism. So I wanted to ask the question of why. So I have three possibilities, or basically two philosophical explanations plus one basically idea as to why this is happening. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the negativity bias. What I mean by negativity bias, basically, Paul Rossing and Edward Roisman explained that negativity bias, in a nutshell, is basically the idea that our brains have been wired in order to see negativity or negative things about many different subjects more seriously rather than positive. What do I mean by this? If I told you that this movie, let's just take an example. A movie is incredible, but the characters were written poorly, you'd probably say, oh, the characters were bad. I never said they were bad, but your brain told you that they were horrible. And that taints the image of the movie. So then what happens? In feminism, I do believe that this is happening very recently. Many of the cases of many feminists, for example, throwing Molotov cocktails into many buildings, have been shown as, oh, the example of what true feminism is like nowadays. They do not represent us. That's what they say. But I do believe that even if it's a small sector, these actions are affecting feminism in more ways than it should. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, because I don't have a lot of time, is a quote from Daniel Goldsmith. It says, all energy is contagious. If we can infect each other with fear, hatred, and violence, then shouldn't we presumably be able to do the same thing with love, generosity, and patience? And the second one is a quote from Friedrich Schlegel. I don't know the name. Kant introduced the concept of negativity into philosophy. Would it not be also worthwhile to introduce the concept of the positive into philosophy? Now, these two quotes have the same idea, that basically negativity can be spread, therefore positivity can be as well. But I do believe that there's an inherent problem with that, and that is how our brains function with the negativity bias. Yes, we can spread positivity, but if we keep seeing all these little news about many different actions being negative, for example, the throwing of a Molotov cocktail or the vandalism in churches by feminists, I do believe that we can't move forward. Now, some of you might say, but some of the counter arguments might be, but this is just a small sector. Why they shouldn't be tainting basic idea of feminism, because the feminism is still the same. Women should have the main rights. Number two, I do believe that it's the second idea that a lot of people say is that even if it's a lot of negativity, even then, feminism do even more positive than it shows. And number three, we shouldn't care about these types of people because they basically don't matter. If we distance ourselves from them, then it shouldn't work. However, all these factors basically say we shouldn't care about their opinions and that we should distance ourselves from them. And I believe that's the main problem, that many feminists say that, oh, if we don't acknowledge them and say that they're not our problem and they don't represent us, and then we can be free. But I do believe that people won't see that. They'll see as, oh, they're shunning the actual sector. They're saying, oh, they're trying to hide the truth. Instead of they say, yes, this happened and we're sorry, but this is not how we're doing it, maybe there is a chance. However, they do have a point, and the point is that they don't represent them. Anyway, this was a quick video. In fact, I think I missed the mark for about a minute or minute and a half. So sorry about that. But I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hope to see you in the next opinion.